Hey there, Pisces. It's time for your weekly horoscope for the coming 7 days. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can always just simply follow the links below. And for those of you who missed the manifestation webinar, where I talk about ways to enhance and amplify your own manifestation abilities and techniques, you can always, of course, go to my website and purchase the replay there. It's up for purchase, and it's over 2 hours of webinar for you to peruse and go over. So if you are, again, interested in going into a bit more intermediate subject matter on the topic of manifestation, please check it out. So what is going on when it comes to your cards this week? Well, this week is overlit by the High Priestess upright, and that means, again, this is an energy that's going on in the background behind all things kind of playing out. And what's interesting is, like, I'm actually getting the word revelation in resounding in my head. Revelation, the revealing of truths, getting to see things for what they really are. And the High Priestess is really giving you the X-ray goggles this week. I want you to pay attention, though, because the High Priestess is one of the, I guess you could say, divinely neutral energies, and you want to make sure that you understand that the truths that you see will be actually delivered to you in a way that will be both advantageous, but at the same time, you know, it can be sometimes uncomfortable and sometimes create a bit of a cognitive dissonance. And so we have that mixed with the revelations in order for us to, of course, not only live our truest, most honest life, but also at the same time see where we can actually get ahead in our own progress, our own evolution, our own efforts here. Now, the High Priestess is also coming in with an opportunity to help you correct and perfect a lot of works that you have in progress. This may actually show up as somebody offering to help you elevate something that is, in its fledgling stages, or something that could simply use a boost, or quite possibly a corrective and perfecting influence actually showing up and helping you to actually get the most or the best out of something, even going beyond your expectations. But these revelations and these truths that come forward with the High Priestess upright are ultimately ones that are going to be presented, once again, in a divinely neutral and objective way. Whatever they are, positive, negative, or just plain weird, we want to make sure that we understand that trying to say what we're seeing as something is not is ultimately going to be working against us, in the long run. So be careful to learn to observe these things with your own divine neutrality and objectivity. Don't immediately run to bias or preference when you start to see what's going on, because sometimes we let certain things slide where we shouldn't, and we sometimes take things more personally than we should when the High Priestess shows up, because she's bringing up these truths to be revealed, even if it was a taboo topic. As we get to the material realm, however, we have the King of Pentacles upright, and boy, you guys are sitting pretty this week. In fact, when it comes to the material realm with the King of Pentacles, a lot of you Piscean people are actually getting a chance to really start to bond and get closer to somebody who is very influential or is a bit of a rising star themselves in your field, in your work, in your office. But it's not in a sycophantic way, right? That's very old paradigm, the idea of sycophantically just kind of following a master or a guru and, monkey see, monkey do. It's a different kind of energy. The King of Pentacles is actually indicating this is somebody who is ultimately lending a lot of their own power to, maybe, I guess you could say, the work that you're already passionate about. They are becoming a very strong presence in a field that you love. And they are possibly coming in, yes, to offer their assistance, to, show you the way with something in your own life. This could end up being somebody that you look at as an authority in this way, or possibly somebody that is simply cluing you in to their own sources of abundance, or possibly even sharing some of that opportunity with you. A lot of you will also be finding that you are being given a chance to take a new road when it comes to your own material resources, and the King of Pentacles may even be the one offering that road, presenting that road, or already down that road a few miles themselves. Either way, it's something you at least want to consider. As we get to the social affairs, however, when it comes to friends and relatives, we do actually have the Knight of Swords in reverse, and I'm getting a very surprising conflict that could arise this week. And when I say a surprise, I for some reason, I look at this Knight of Swords reversed, and it's coming from somebody that we might think is, quote, on our side. If you're, doing that kind of duality game, this is something that's coming from within our own ranks, our own sense of tribe. And the Knight of Swords reverse is actually showing up here to show you maybe there is something going on within this person, or maybe multiple people in this friendship group or this family situation that is gonna ask us to really reconsider, well, okay, what am I an instrument for if this is what this is? Because the Knight of Swords reversed is often erratic. It's out of control. There's really no mental discipline, rhyme, or reason to speak of in how they are presenting their conflict, their anger. Yes, there could be something deeper going on here, something maybe getting destabilized, within them. But you have to understand, with the Knight of Swords reversed, you are going to be put in a place of cognitive dissonance. Because with the High Priestess and the Knight of Swords reversed, we are seeing the truth about somebody, or maybe even a couple of people, that we didn't necessarily want to see. Or maybe we saw it before, but now it's getting turned on us. And it's time to, of course, put an end to that behavior, or at least an end to that treatment, if that's the best you can do. As we get to the emotional and romantic side of things, we actually have the Page of Swords in reverse. And there is a weird feeling of getting the wrong idea about somebody, being a warning this week. But I'm not seeing necessarily whether or not this is a warning about judging somebody too soon or giving somebody too much of the benefit of the doubt. But the Page of Swords reverse is indicating that there is really there's something going on when it comes to love and romance, where a lot of you Piscean people may be struggling to come to grips with whether or not you know someone as well as you think. Now, this might not necessarily be your partner. If you're in an established relationship, this could absolutely be possibly somebody close to the couple, or maybe an in-law, a close couple friend, another couple, or even one of our kids. But with the Page of Swords reversed, there is a correction that needs to be made to a case of mistaken identity. And yes, sometimes that kind of stuff can be projected. You may be even finding that a new person or someone you're seeing is projecting a sense of mistaken identity onto you. They could be being perfectly honest, but they're not seeing you in the right way, or they're not seeing you in the correct light. And the Page of Swords reverse is indicating that we are going to get a chance, because I do see this as something that can be corrected. But we have to be careful, once again, with the Page of Swords reversed. Sometimes people can have betrayal triggers and things like that go off, even when they're the ones doing the bad math. And there is something happening this week where we have to make sure that people are not getting the wrong idea, and then all of a sudden making it your problem that they got the wrong idea. This is a very tricky card, but with the High Priestess again overlighting the whole situation, maybe this is something that nobody has addressed just yet. Maybe this is a story, a conversation that people have been dreading to have but it needs to be had. And for those of you in existing relationships, this could also be possibly a topic of conversation or a controversy or a challenge that maybe we've agreed to not bring up or confront or discuss for a very long time, but has not necessarily been closed as a subject properly. But we will have a chance to do that this week. But people might be getting the wrong idea, that maybe something is better or okay when it's not, and we do need to go in that direction, and of course make sure everyone's on the same page. So I hope that this helps you guys out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.